Hello everyone, it's me Natsumi Westra, and I'm here with more ideas regarding Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch. I tried recording this before, but it didn't want to record my microphone for whatever reason. But now it is, so let's do this again. Yay! By the way, just a little update. Based on how my channel is doing, I might start doing giveaways frequently, but that all depends. Anyways, also, donate to me on Ko-fi or Patreon if you want. Links to both will be in the description, as always. Let's get down with the ideas. HD Rumble. Mole crickets. Did I say more? You feel the mole cricket below the ground, you're able to sense where the mole cricket is a lot more easily. Sort of like how in Mario Odyssey, you were able to sense where a moon was underground by how the Joy-Cons would rumble, so you would feel them shaking, and then as you got closer, you would be able to tell, because they would shake violently, and so then you'd ground pound to get the moon. But this time, you'd feel where the mole cricket is moving around underground, and then you would use your shovel right above it, and it would pop out, then you would use your net to still nab the mole cricket. They could do that with other insects as well, get more insects to act the same during other seasons, but also have other things buried below the ground as well, like rare items or bells, so on and so forth, so that way you'd be able to use that every day and get like various different things. I don't think that's a bad idea. On to the next idea. This comes from one of the people that commented on my previous episode, or previous video rather. Professor Pro, correct me if I'm wrong on your pronouns. I don't really know your pronouns. I'll just say they, just to be safe. Their ideas were one of them was backpacks. So, and I'll read you what they said, and then I'll add on to my own ideas or my own comments on that matter. Backpacks, sold from a section in the Able Sisters. Backpacks cost around 5,000 bells. You attach them to your character like you would clothing. There are two main types, regular and large. Regular backpack gives you 5 extra inventory slots. Large gives you 8. But there is the possibility of tripping. They come with different designs, and you can design your own as well. Alright, one thing I like is the regular gives you 5 extra. Fine. The large should give you 10. Keep it by increments of 5. Don't just say 5 and then add 3 more, because that just seems random. So I think, 10 would be good. Good for the large. Give you 10 more extra inventory slots, and I think that would work out well. And to add on to that, something similar to what going alongside Josh Thomas's first episode of his Make Believe series, where he talked about the whole toolkit idea. I like that idea. Allow us to place our tools in our inventory in one singular spot, so that way, because I'm using my letters in New Leaf just like a toolkit anyways. I'm putting all my tools as presents on the letters, so I'm unable to write letters to any villagers, even if I wanted to. I never want to, but even if I did, I wouldn't be able to without removing the tools and deleting the letters just because, in which case then I would have to wait till I get more letters just to save space in my inventory for other things. So, really, yeah, I don't want that. So, yeah, I mean, more inventory slots would be great. The jingle bag, he could always remove the magic for, like, a price after you deliver all the presents and say, okay, as a reward for you, I could remove the magic from the bag, so it just becomes a standard bag, and you could place stuff in it and use it to increase your inventory slots for as long as you have it in your inventory. Not bad. I like that. So, that should be good. That should be in the game. Should have been in New Leaf, but if they added in Animal Crossing for the Switch, great. Not a terrible thing. Skating and fishing. Something else to be excited for in the winter. Once you get to December, the lakes and ocean freeze over. No, I don't think the ocean should, because it ruins the whole point of getting to the island. So I think, instead of lakes, it should be lakes and rivers. Maybe just lakes. I mean, I could understand just lakes freezing over, so let's keep it to lakes and river. I don't think the ocean should. Okay, you could still do regular fishing in the pond. This allows you to buy skates from Kicks and go on the ocean to skate. On the lake, you would go on the ice, cut a hole with your axe, and put your hook through. Unlike regular fishing, though, while ice fishing, as soon as there is a bite, you have to mash the button. Having your lake freeze over is optional, however, decided when Rover asks you, how cold are your town's winters? I like that. And I think another thing should be, how hot are your town's summers? Which would allow you to choose really beach size, but not just that, tropicality of the trees and everything. Like, do you want to have... Yes, you can still have all fruit in any town. I'm just putting this out there. Let me clarify that. But adding on to that whole idea, that way if you choose, like, oh, my town's summers are moderately hot, well, then you would have the option of having mangoes, peaches, or starting your town with already coconut trees instead of having to go out and trying to scour for them, and having like mangoes and coconuts as your town fruit, or mangoes and bananas, or having lychees and whatnot, other one of those harder to get fruits in New Leaf, but making them more of a standard fruit depending on what you choose for your town. So that'd be good. He could still ask you your winter thing, so that way during the winter your town could still freeze over if you want. So there you go. Cooking. They said, believe it or not, we had the same idea. By the way, the previous episode will be linked to in the description as well, so check the description for that. I proposed that a new store be opened on Main Street, a grocery store. From here, you would buy things like flour, milk, sugar, salt, and more. They would not sell things you can naturally get, fish, honey, and fruit. This is great. They should still sell fruit. That was something I liked about Leaf. Have them sell a bit more of the exotic fruits that you can't get in your town all that easily. So yeah. You can then go to your home and use an oven and cook. There could be hundreds of meals, and every animal could have a favorite. From the store, you would be able to buy a cookbook. This would allow you to keep track of all your recipes and which animals like which meals. There is also a new tool I invented, the frying pan. Regular, silver, and gold. You get the silver and gold for completing half of your cookbook. Completing the whole cookbook. And then they go on to say, a pan is needed to cook meals. And the better the pan, the better the quality of your food. I like that, okay? Really do. I agree with all of that, alright? New fruits and veggies. We've seen bushes in Animal Crossing, so why not have stuff grow in them? Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and more. I also think that you should be able to plant vegetables, carrots, lettuce, squash, etc. This kind of ties back in with my cooking idea. I agree. Animal Crossing should have more of a farming aspect. I mean, it always has in a way, because you can still farm your fruits. So why not allow us to farm vegetables? I'm thinking like they could have Joan come to your town and sell some vegetables here and there, while most of them could be gotten in the grocery store. Because that way she could sell more than just turnips. That way she's selling carrots and turnips one week, and turnips and another thing. So she's still selling mainly turnips, but each Sunday her better item varies wildly. Okay. Toy Day stuff. This is my favorite holiday in Animal Crossing. Now, I know that the point of Toy Day in Animal Crossing is to remember the hints of animals to give them the right gift, but it seems like, for me and many others, that collecting the hints can be a hassle throughout the month of December. So I suggest that on Toy Day Eve, the 23rd of December, the animals have a higher chance of giving hints when you talk to them. That way, even if you didn't play a lot in December, you still have a chance to do well on Toy Day. There should also be another item in the Santa set. The Santa sack. It's sold in the backpack section in the Able Sisters. Alright, goes back to my whole backpack idea with the Santa bag. I like that. But also increasing the frequency of hints. I agree with that. You would be able to get more hints more often. That way you can remember easily. Taking pictures would also be a good way to do it on the Switch. You'd be able to look back through on Toy Day and be like, oh, this villager, like Kiki said she wanted this type of item, so looking through the bag, oh, here's an item that matches that description. Great. I like that whole aspect. Not a bad thing. Anything else? Animal Crossing Pocket Camp has had hot air balloons. Replace a train station with that and have you know who run the train station. Okay? Like, for example, have Porter run the hot air balloon station, But in every town, you have a spot where your hot air balloon is, and then there's an open spot for 3 more, which would be where your friends' hot air balloons would land, depending on where the game registers them as player 2, 3, or 4, because I do think each town should still have a limit of 4, maybe 5. I don't think, we're ready to have 8 players in the same town quite yet. Being as, for me especially, Animal Crossing New Leaf hasn't really been all that successful in terms of online play for me. Like, throughout the years since New Leaf has released, I've been trying to have an active town, but it's never worked out. So, I'd say a town of 4 is great. It's good enough. Excuse me. Trading in game. I feel like you should be able to give your friends, say, an insect that they're looking for, or a fish that they're looking for. So be able to just hit them up if you want and be like, here, I'll give you this shark if you give me a cyclomantis stag or whatever, or something like that, so that way your character just gives them an item. Group emotions. I feel like they should add emotions where if you both do an emotion at the same time, say like hug, handshake, or whatever, you will be able to do it to each other, like hug each other, handshake each other, because, I'm not saying add in kissing, but add in like a hug emotion, because that's still relatively child-friendly. It's not that bad. Handshaking should be in the game, because we have waving. I'll put in bowing for the character as well. We've seen characters bow to you in New Leaf. So why not have your character bow to them? Especially since it's a Japanese game, it's very weird how we have waving but not bowing. Very strange. Anything else? More public works projects that are Nintendo themed. I feel like they should add in like a pipe public works project or some other Nintendo themed one. Location-specific events that go on for, like, nearly forever. Like, if you go to the Nintendo World Store, or, not Nintendo World Store, Nintendo World in Universal, once it opens up, I feel like they should have, like, events there, where if you bring your copy of Animal Crossing, you can get, like, oh, this nice little piece of furniture to commemorate your visit, or this nice t-shirt in the game, that commemorates your visit or whatever, something like that, and you'd be able to decorate your town, your character, or your house, or whatever with it. I think that'd be nice. You could even give it to a friend who can't make it. You could get pretty much as many as you want. It wouldn't be one per guest. Anything else? Whisk. Allow the player to select any item from their catalog instead of using an amiibo. Still allow him to become the amiibo character, but you would have the option to select an item from the catalog instead, so that way you're able to fill out a set quicker. So if you're looking for a rare piece of furniture that you've had before but you sold because you needed the bells, you'd be able to exchange them a lot easier. Or get the furniture easier and complete the set. Anything else? I can't really think of anything, but if you donate $5 to me on Patreon, I will consider having you guys in a discussion video regarding upcoming Nintendo games. I'm thinking the first one I do with a guest should be Animal Crossing based, so look out for that. We can easily do that together. You will need a Discord account, though, and yeah, once we do that, that should be good. So this has been Natsumi Westra, and I'll see you guys in the next video, alright guys? A little update on Pokemon Crystal, that's still coming. Work has been adding a ton of hours to my schedule as one of my coworkers has been taking off a lot. So I haven't really had much free time to edit lately. I've been wanting to, but again, I tend to work from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And by the time I get home, I'm a little too tired to even do much. So I will continue working on it on my days off, but I can't guarantee that it'll come too soon. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. This has been Natsumi Westra, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.